So let's begin the Income Tax Act. It's actually Income Tax Act which we are discussing, which is applicable for May 25, September 25, January 26 exams. Always for May, September and January. May, that next September, that next January, not preceding. Okay. For all these three, the same book will be applicable. Be it income tax, law, accounting, whatever it is. ICAI will release new book only before every May exam. They don't release separate book for September, no separate book for January. For May, September, January, only for these three, one book only will be there. Now, since it's a taxation, there is a possibility of amendments might happen. So for September attempt and a January attempt, it doesn't matter which year, September attempt and January attempt, amendments might be possible. Are you getting it? Whereas for May attempt, there won't be any amendments because ICA book itself is completely amended. Whatever ICA book is there, that is completely amended. Now, this is completely, whatever the book which I am showing you right now, this is completely amended Income Tax Act, which is applicable for May 25, September 25, January 26 exams. And this is a fantastic color note where, you know, the keywords are highlighted with the two colors, actually one color predominantly. You see the keyword, the color which we used is, it's a kind of orangish red. It's a kind of orangish red, a dark shade of orange, you can say. Okay, so all the keywords are highlighted with this particular color. Further, at some places, if at all too much of orange usage is there, for example, if at all I have to highlight some keywords where if I use another orange color, it will be too much. The color will be too much. So there I have taken another help of another color, purple. The color choice reason behind is these colors comes on a print in a vibrant manner. Getting it? In a print, these colors appear very vibrant and very elegant. So that is the logic behind these colors. Now, when you're reading, no, see this is a book which we are going to give you for income tax class, and how user friendly this book is. And by the way, the highlight of this book is what, you know, it is in 250 pages. The entire income tax concept book is within 250 pages plus or minus 10. That's the size of the book. And I'm telling you, this is the best book that you ever see in income tax. The best book that you ever see. Because not only the points that are there in the ICS study material is covered, we presented the book in such a way, you can directly use this presentation technique in the exam. Getting it? Some concepts, there are some chapters, like we have something called income from salary, there is a chapter. There is something called income from house property, like heads of income, there is a chapters. How to solve the problem, in the same way concept we are going to discuss. Problem solving method itself is how we are going to discuss the concept also. The concept learning itself is directly, you know, problem solving method. So entire book is presented like that, which is a very user friendly. You can compare this book with any other book in the market or with ICA book. I'm telling you, this book will be giving you 100%. You can target 90 plus, 90%. That's what I mean, because taxation, income tax weightage is for 50 marks in CA Inter. Getting it? Group 1, third subject, right? Third paper, paper 3, part A. That is income tax. 50 marks is the weightage. I'm telling you, 45 plus you can easily score without referring any other book. Only this book. And we are also giving you a question bank. We are also giving you a question bank. So just a minute. So we will also give you a question bank. I'll show you the question bank also. Where in the question bank, we will have illustrations from ICA book, test your knowledge questions, as well as past examination MTP, RTP questions. Now coming to MTP and RTP, we only cover 2024 onwards. 2024 MTP is covered, in the sense May attempt, September attempt, January attempt MTP is also covered. Okay, then question papers of 2023 year. In 2023 only 2 attempts in a year, those 2 papers, and in May in 2024 2 papers were already there. September paper is there, May. These 4 papers we are covering, and Jan 25 attempt will be there, right? That related question paper also will be solving. You're getting it. And only those problems, the question bank that we are giving you, that is more than enough. You need not touch any other book, any other question bank, nothing. With respect to income tax, you can score 45 to 50 out of 50. Getting it? By just following this particular concept book as well as the particular the question bank which we are giving you. And income tax, most important thing, whether it is income tax or GST, provisions clarity is utmost important. Provisions clarity is the most. You solve 100 problems, 1000 problems, doesn't matter. If a new adjustment comes, if a new way of provision is coming, if a new way of question is coming, you can't handle it. You can handle any type of question only if you are extremely strong in the provision. Conceptual clarity should be the ultimate. It's not how many problems. People always think tax, so many problems you have to solve. GST, so many problems. No, it's not about solving. How much command you have in the provision. Because I'll tell you, September 24 exam is there, right? Income tax was very toughest in the past 10 attempts. Toughest paper. It's extremely tough. Yet our students scored 89. The only reason, conceptual clarity, provisions clarity. Many could not understand certain adjustment itself. September 24 paper. It was historically one of the tough paper in income tax in CA into September 24 attempt was very different. But those who understand each and every provision and interlinking between multiple concepts, provisions. See, generally in income tax we call it as provision, nothing but that itself is the concept. Getting it? So if you understand interlinking between the provisions correctly and concepts correctly, you can handle any type of paper. Able to understand? So it's not how many problems we solve, but still what are we doing? We are solving still so many problems. We are solving from ICA book, we are solving from MTPs, we are solving from RTPs, we are solving from past exam questions. All that we are solving. 4 past exam questions we will be solving, plus January 25 question paper will be solving. Again, May 25 related MTPs, I will be giving you the videos. So almost so many MTPs, so many RTPs, so many question papers we are solving. More than enough, not required beyond that. Like in the market, for example, if you are in Telegram groups and all, past 11 attempts is required, past 14 attempts, 20 attempts, not at all required. Why? Because once upon a time, papers were not at all tough. Until 2019, until 2018, to even 2020 for that matter, papers are not at all tough. 2021 only, 2021 onwards only, the CA Institute exam standards were increasing. 2022 onwards it is little bit increased. 23 onwards it is like extremely increased. Now the paper standards were different level. If you solve very old papers, no, they look very easy. They're pretty easy, straight. You get a feeling that, oh, nothing, the subject is so easy. Don't solve old papers at all. So many people will misguide you. Solve 2022 past 20 attempts is not required. You be clear in the provision, you're done. Getting it? So the books which I'm going to give you, the summary is very simple. This color book and question bank, only 2 books. So this color book is approximately 250 pages, and beyond this you will not get a single question. Any question in any attempt, upcoming and past, whatever it is, because 100% is covered. 100% is covered, but beautifully presented. Getting it? And question bank. That's it. This is about the book that we are following. Understood? So for your understanding, I'm giving you, like, again, in this book, for every chapter you can easily find one different color. Getting it? At the bottom also we have given a different color. Like if you turn the pages also, like in the book side, from the side of the book itself, you can figure out which chapter it is, because the color pages will be, they will be cut in such a way. Okay, so almost tabular format we have used at certain places. While explaining the concepts, the tabular format is given. Then we have given at some places normal text format. Hope you are getting it. And we have simplified like anything the concepts without a confusion. The only thing that is required from you is attention. Getting it? Attention part I will take care. I will try my level best to bring your attention. You should not consciously deviate. That's it. Okay. And our target is, forget about 45, 50 out of 50. Income tax means we should get 50 out of 50. For that, I am ready to give 100% of efforts from my end, and I want your attention also. Reciprocation is also required. And it is possible, I'm telling you, it is possible. Last attempt in CA final AFM, All India First Ranker, 100 out of 100. 100 out of 100. Auditing, a student scored 94. Our student taxation scored 89. One of our students scored 81 in audit, 83 in audit. Last attempt, September results, 87 in audit. Getting it? Very much possible. Only thing that is required is attention during the class. 70% of your success, I'm telling you, if you are attentive in the class throughout all the, it's not just everybody will be attentive on the first day, second day. That is very common. Getting it? If you are attentive throughout without missing the, that particular continuity, like do not take any break in between. Getting it? If a class is there, don't try to take any break. I will give you adequate breaks. I will give you adequate breaks. Getting it? So as and when class is there, try to be attentive and try to attend it without a failure. Even online students also, the same thing I'll tell. If you're watching some 45 minutes, 1 hour video, do not break in between. Watch full video and then take. That's why even in online, when I'm making all the videos, I never make 3 hours, 4 hours video at a stretch. I make 45 minutes, 1 hour. I'll break the videos in such a way that it is 45 minutes to 1 hour. So that you watch one video fully and then leave it. In between, do not take a break. The same in the classroom also. For every 1 hour, I will give some 5 to 10 minutes break. That's a breathing space. Clear? So shall we begin the session? Yeah.
Yeah, shall we? Now, in income tax, as per charging section, on total income, you should compute tax, correct? Suppose I'm getting salary income, I'm working in some company, I'm working as an employee, I'm getting some salary, I also have some business, I also have some passive income like interest and dividend. Will I pay tax on them separately? I will have to compute the total income, then tax has to be decided. Now, in income tax, the incomes are broadly classified into 5 categories. The incomes are broadly classified into 5 categories. We call them as heads of income. We call them as what? Heads of income. 5 heads of income. Whatever income you are earning, any income that you are getting. Suppose I am working in a company as an employee, principal agent relationship. Getting it? I am treated as an employee, he is treated as an employer. Whatever remuneration I am getting, that income is taxable under one category called income from salaries. Income from salaries. Suppose I am also having a business or some profession. I am a CA. Getting it? I am having a practice also. I am getting income from that, from various clients. Between me and the client, is there any employer-employee relationship? No. We are all principal to principal dealing. Yes or no? It's a profession. That income is taxable under PGBP. We call it as what? PGBP. PGBP means what? Profits and gains from business or profession. Nothing but income from business or profession. Nothing but income from business or income from profession. Getting it? Income from business and profession means you are not an agent of somebody, you are a principal on your own. That's what generally means. Then, if at all you are working in an organization where employer-employee relationship is there, whatever income that you are getting, no, that is taxable under salaries. Then, suppose if I have a building, if I own a building, I constructed a building and I'm renting it, or where I'm getting some rental income, all that. That income is straight away taxable under house property. It's also called as property head of income. Or it's also called as income from house property, another head of income. And then suppose I have a house, right? I sold it in order to buy another house, for example. I sold it. I purchased this house 20 years ago for 1 lakh rupee. Now I sold it for 15 crore. Almost 14 crore plus profit is there. Getting it? Now that's a capital profit. Yes or no? That is taxable under the head capital gains. I purchased shares of some company and sold it. Capital gains. Getting it? Then if I have any other income, which is not a salary, which is not a house property, which is not a PGB, which is not a capital gain, that income is taxable under other sources. That income is taxable under other sources. Now, when a particular income exactly taxable under salary, when it is particularly taxable under capital gains, when it is particularly taxable under PGBP, there is a charging section under each head of income. There is a charging section under each head of income. We discussed it in the simplest way, but it is not that easy sometimes. Is an income, the income that you are getting. Suppose I am a director in a company. I am a director in a company. I am getting money from the company. Is it a salary income or PGBP income? It depends upon the relationship. It depends upon the terms and conditions. Getting it? So, every head of income is having a charging section. For example, salary charging section is 15. House property charging section is 22. PGBP charging section is 28. Capital gain charging section is 45. Other sources charging section is 56. Like when Income Tax Act is applicable, there is a charging section, right? Same way, when a particular head of income is applicable, there is a charging section. Because how to compute, tell me, computation of rental income, computation of business income are the same? Different. Business income means sales will be there, so many purchases will be there, accrual method, cash method, so much discussion will come. Rental income, so simple, no? So, computation methods are different. For rental income, for business income, for salary income, for other sources, computation methods are different. That's why Income Tax Act cleverly divided the income into 5 categories depending upon computation needs. Are you getting it? So, 5 heads of incomes will be there. Now, total income means what? All heads put together is only called as total income. Now, so for example, what are the tax rates? What are the tax rates? I'll begin the tax rates discussion. We have so much theory still, okay? But we'll discuss it later. Rates of tax. What are the rates of tax? Now, you see, first we will be discussing rates of tax for individuals, HUF, AOP, BOI and AJP. For all of them put together, the tax rates are generally common. Individual, HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP. Indirectly, firms are not covered. Who are not covered? Firms are not covered. What are not covered? Observe here. Firms. Firms means what? Partnership firms and LLPs. They are not covered. Local authority is not covered. Companies are not covered. Who are not covered here? Local authority, firms, AJLP, artificial judicial persons. Getting it? So, sorry. Local authorities, companies and firms. These 3 categories are not covered here. Which means for them, separate rates are given. For them, separate rates are given. Getting it? Now, again, in income tax, there is some, this thing is there. There is something called basic exemption limit. Have you heard of it? Basic exemption limit. Basic exemption limit means your total income entirely is not taxable. In that, some amount we will give exemption. Basic necessities will be there, no? To satisfy those basic necessities, we will give some exemptions. Like cloth, shelter, all that. Basic necessities. If at all you are having income beyond basic necessities, if you are having income beyond basic necessities, beyond basic exemption limit, then on that income only you have to pay tax. The basic exemption limit is 2,50,000 generally. The basic exemption limit is 2,50,000. Now, there are 2 basic exemption limits. Actually, in income tax, there is a concept called tax regime. There is a concept called tax regime. Default tax regime. What is it? Default tax regime. One tax regime is called as default tax regime. Another tax regime is called as optional tax regime. By default, this is applicable. If you want, you can choose optional tax regime. Optional means this is option for you. If you want to choose it, go for it. You don't have an option. You don't want to think about it. By default, which regime is applicable? Default tax regime is applicable. By the way, I am talking about individual, AOP, BOI, AJP, yes or no? Now, under default tax regime, basic exemption is 3 lakhs. Basic exemption is how much? 3 lakhs. Whereas under optional tax regime, basic exemption is 2.5 lakh. Under optional tax regime, the basic exemption is 2.5 lakh. That too, under optional tax regime, suppose if the person is an individual, suppose if the person is individual and moreover he is a resident in India. He is a resident in India. If the person is an individual, moreover he is also a resident in India. Resident means what? We have a chapter called residential status. Look, I am not using the word citizen. I am using the word resident in India. Resident in India means what? A person who is residing in India. That's what the meaning. Resident in India means what? The one who is residing in India. He's staying in India. He's residing in India. That's why we call him as what? Resident. We call him as resident because you're residing. If you're residing in Chennai, you're called as a Chennai resident. Residing in India. Indian resident means what? He's residing in India. He may be a foreign citizen. Yes or no? He may be not an Indian citizen, some foreign citizen settled in India. He is residing in India. No. Resident in India means the person residing in India. Who is liable to pay tax in income tax? No. Residents only liable to pay tax. Non-resident no need to pay. Suppose I went abroad and settled there. I'm earning income there. I'm earning income at abroad. I am not residing in India. Why should I pay tax? Law of the law of the mean the law of the land. From where you are getting income to that country, you should pay tax. If I'm earning in America, I have to pay tax only to American government. If I'm sitting in India and earning income in India, then I should pay tax too. So, tax laws are drafted based upon residential status, especially direct tax, income tax. Income tax law is drafted based upon residential status. Majorly. You see GST, it is consumption based tax. GST is called as what? Consumption. Where the goods are consumed, where the service is consumed, ultimately. Accordingly, tax is applicable. If the service is consumed in India, tax is applicable, GST. If the goods are consumed in India, GST is applicable. If the goods are consumed abroad, GST is not applicable. Same. But in income tax, it is based upon residential status. Something called source of income. That discussion is there. Don't worry, we have a chapter called second chapter residential status. There I will discuss. Now I am talking about what is the tax limit exemption. I am talking about basic exemption limit. What is a basic exemption limit? In order to decide that, what is basic exemption? If at all somebody asks you, you cannot straight away say 3 lakh, 2.5 lakh. You should ask first question what? What regime? What tax regime? If it is default tax regime, basic exemption is straight away 3 lakhs. For everybody, individual, AOP, all of that, body of individuals, everybody. Under optional tax regime, what is the basic exemption for everybody? 2.5 lakh. By default, for everybody, it is 2.5. But suppose if at all the SSC is an individual, suppose if the SSC is an individual, he is a resident in India. Moreover, he is a resident in India and individual whose age is 60 years or more. Whose age is 60 years or more than 60 years, but less than 80 years. But less than 80 years. We call them as senior citizen. We call them as what? Senior citizen. Senior citizen, can a AOP senior citizen? Can a body of individual senior citizen? Can I call ICI senior citizen? Obviously, senior citizen word is used for individual. That too for which individual? Residence individual. For non-residents, this point is not there. Non-resident, I don't look at your age. Directly for you, basic exemption is only 2.5 lakh. Only for residents who are residing in India, considering their age, I will give some benefit. Getting it? So, resident individual aged more than or equal to 60, less than 80, 3 lakhs exemption. How much is exempted? 3 lakhs exempted. Again, suppose you are a resident individual. Suppose you are a resident individual. Your age is more than or equal to 80. Then 5 lakhs is basic exemption limit. Then 5 lakhs is basic exemption limit. So, we call them as very senior citizen. We call them as what? very senior citizen, also called as super senior citizen, also called as super senior. But in our book, it is used as a very senior citizen. Very senior. Whether it is a senior citizen or a super senior or very senior citizen, these are all applicable for which individuals? Resident individuals only. They are not applicable for non-resident. In exam, they'll give you a non-resident aged 85, having total income this much. How much income is exempted? 2.5 lakh only exempted. Suppose they told you default tax regime, 3 lakhs only exempted. Suppose a resident individual, 84 years age, default tax regime. What is the basic exemption? Under default tax regime, age is not there. Straight away for everybody, 3 lakhs. Now, what is this tax regime? What is this tax regime? I will show you. You know what default tax regime? What optional tax regime? Tax rates. What are the tax rates? I will show you. You see. Under default tax regime, no. Under default tax regime, no. What is the tax rate? You know, up to 3 lakhs income, what is the tax rate? 0. No need to pay. If you are having income between 3 to 7 lakh, you have to pay tax at 5%. Flat rate, 5%. Income between 7 to 10 lakh, it's straight away taxable at 10%. Income between 10 to 12 lakhs is taxable straight away at 15. Between 12 to 15 lakh is taxable at 20. Above 15 lakh, it is taxable at 30. You see, 25% rate is not there. Every time 5 increasing, correct? After 20, straight away go to. So 25% rate is not there. 25% rate is not there for individuals. Are you getting it? Individuals, association, everybody. Now, I will show you what is the tax rate under optional tax regime. You see, this is normal tax regime, which is also called as what? Optional tax regime. Optional means what? You are shifting out of default tax regime. You are shifting out of default tax regime. If I am not choosing default tax regime, which is applicable to me? Which is applicable? Optional tax regime is applicable. If I am shifting out of default tax regime, optional tax regime is applicable to me. Now you see here tax rates only see simple. For resident normal citizen, age less than 60 or local authority, or BOI or AOP or artificial judicial person, for all of them, yes or no, what is the normal tax limit? Up to 2.5 lakh, 0. 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh, the income is taxed at 5%. Beyond 2.5, correct or not? 5 to 1 lakh, 5 lakhs to 10 lakh, the income is taxed at 20%. Only this you remember. 20%. Above 10 lakhs, the income is taxed at 30%. Now, the question is, suppose, you just keep this in your mind. Up to 2.5 lakh, 0. 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh, 5%. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20 straight away. Beyond 10 lakh, 30 straight away. 5, 20, 30. Only 3 rates. 10% rate is not there. 15% rate is not there. First 0, then 5, then directly 20, then directly 30. 5, 20, 30. Whereas in default tax regime, first 0, then 5, 10, 15, 20, then 30. 20 to 30 common in both the cases. Yes or no? But limits are different, you see. Now, how to compute this tax? This tax has to be computed using slab system. This system is called as what? Slab system, not a flat system. This is not a flat system. This is straight away a slab system. What is a slab system? For example, I am a senior citizen. I'm a very, okay, fine. I'm a normal citizen only. Let's call normal citizen only. Normal individual citizen, less than 60 years. I am having 8 lakhs income. I'm having how much income? 8 lakhs. Now tell me, 8 lakhs income means what? It is between 5 lakhs to? What is the rate of tax applicable? Into 20%. What is it? Into 20% is equal to 1,60,000. Wrong. This is not right. It is a slab system. You should split array within this 8 lakhs. No, up to 2.5 lakh is exempt. No, correct? Next to 2.5 lakh, first to 2.5, 0. Next to 2.5 lakh is taxable at 5%. Now, first 2.5 exempt, next 2.5 5% you will tax it. After that means already 5 lakhs is over. Still, how much is that 3? It is it after 5 lakhs less than 10 or is it more than 10? It is after 5 but more than, more than 5 but less than 10 lakh. Getting it? The remaining amount is how much? 3 lakh. This 3 lakhs is taxable at what slab rate? 5 to 10 slab rate. 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs slab rate at 20%. So what is the tax amount? On 2.5 at 0% is 0. On 2.5 at 5% is 12,500. On 3 lakhs at 20% is 60,000. 0 plus 12.5 plus 60. 72,500 is the basic tax. The 72,500 is called as what? Basic tax. Suppose, now by the we computed this tax right now under optional tax regime or default tax regime. Now 8 lakhs is there, right? Now same 8 lakhs income. Same income, 8 lakhs income, let us take. How much under default tax regime income will be there? We will compute. Now this how we should split. Once again, I will show you for your information. I will show you. Since you see, how should I split multiple slabs? Array, first 3 lakhs. 0, correct? Then next slab is what? 3 to 7. Aha, which means how much it is? 4 lakh at 5%. Next slab is what? 7 to 2, 7 to 10. But after 7, we have only 1 lakh. After 7 lakh, in our example, we have only 1 lakh. 8 lakhs of our income. Beyond 7, how much is there? Only 1 lakh. So, 1 lakh which is taxable at 10%. 4 lakh into 5% is 20,000. 1 lakh into 10% is 10,000. What is the total tax? So beneficial, no? So beneficial, right? In optional tax regime, 8 lakhs income only there, but how much you have to pay? Whereas in default tax regime, how much you have to pay? Tell me which option SSE will choose. If at all you are the taxpayer, which option you will go? But default tax regime has certain, restrictions. Some restrictions are there. In optional tax regime, 8 lakh total income you computed, right? This is after various expenses. Whereas here total income is what before expenses. Which means suppose if the SSE has 8 lakhs income as per optional tax regime, but as per default tax regime, income will be only 8 lakhs. Income will be beyond 8 lakhs. Because under optional tax regime, computing income rules are different. Under default tax regime, computing rules for income are different. In default tax regime, generally, if I apply those rules, no, I will have higher income. Whereas in optional tax regime, no, I will generally have lower income. Even though the tax rates are high. In which system tax rates are high? Default tax regime or optional tax regime? You saw it, right? Where tax liability will come extra generally? Optional tax regime. Because straight away after 5 lakhs, 20% tax rate. Straight away after 5 lakh, 20. Right now I demonstrated. Suppose if I have 8 lakhs income in default tax regime, optional tax regime, normal tax regime, 72,000 tax we are getting. If it is a default tax regime, 30,000 I am getting. If this is how simple it is, everybody will go for default tax. But default tax regime has certain conditions and restrictions. Not everybody is eligible to this. You have to sacrifice so many things. You have to sacrifice for so many things. What are all the things that you need to sacrifice? The list is given. Certain deductions and exemptions are not allowed. Simple example will give you. Actually I'm a businessman. Okay. I am having a profit of individual. I'm an individual. I am having a profit of how much 15 lakhs I'm having. How much I'm having? 15 lakh. And you know what? I gave 10 lakhs to my favorite political party. Getting it? My favorite actor started a political party. I'm a die-hard fan of him. I donated how much? 10 lakhs. Directly bank transfer. I did. 10 lakhs I did. Now I have to pay tax. No. Now I have to pay tax. By the way, I have income. No. Now, you know what is the rule? Under optional tax regime, your total income is 15 lakhs minus donation you pay to political party. How much it is? 10 lakh. What is your balance income? 5 lakh. Under default tax regime, what is the total income? By the way, what is the gross income? 15 lakh. Correct? Minus donation I paid, right? 0. This type of restriction is there. In default tax regime, this kind of restriction is there. You can't claim. You cannot claim some deductions. Getting it? What is your total income? 15 lakh. See, at the end of the day, my gross income 15, I paid donation 10 lakh, my net income 5. But under default tax regime, I paid donation. No. Will they consider it? They will assume that your income is 15 lakhs only. Who asked you to pay? Your income is 15 lakhs only. Now let us compute the tax. Remember, in both the cases, the situation is same. In both the cases, the events, circumstances, situation, everything is same. But look at the way how computation is changed. Now, SSC age is normal, less than 60 years. Is less than 60 years. Now, 5 lakhs, no? First 2.5 lakh. First 2.5 lakh, 0 tax rate. Next 2.5 lakh. 5% is the tax rate, right? 12,500. Now, let us compute tax on 15 lakh. Getting it? First 3 lakh, 0. Next 3 to 7 means 4 lakh, 5%. Next 7 to 10. What is the next rate? 7 lakhs to 10 lakh. Next 3 lakh is taxable at 10%. Then again 10 to 12. 10 to 12 means how much? 2 lakh. 2 lakh is taxable at 15%. Then again beyond 12 up to 12 to 15. I have only 15 only. After 12 lakh, how much income I have? 3 lakh. This is taxable at 20%. How much is the tax? 3 lakhs in 3 lakhs is 60,000. 2 lakhs 30,000, 15%, right? 3 lakh into 10%, how much it is? 10,000. 4 lakh into 5%, it is 20,000. Correct? How much is the total tax? 60 plus 30, 90 plus 10, 1 lakh plus 20. 1,20,000 is the tax. In both the cases, the situation is same. I have a total business profit 15 lakh. Then I donated to my favorite actor 10 lakh. Yes or no? Political party I donated. Now, how much tax I should pay? If you go for default tax regime, by default income tax department will ask you 1,20,000. So what you should do? I will not go for it. I will shift out of it. I will shift out of default tax regime and opt for optional tax regime and pay only happily 12,500. Understood? So can I directly tell which is beneficial? We cannot. We cannot directly tell. Suppose no, I don't give any donation. I can give donation at all. 15 lakh income as this is there. I have a profit 15 lakhs from my business as it is 15 lakh as it is there. Now I don't have donation, right? Under optional tax regime, how much income will be? 15 lakh. Under default tax regime, whether you give donation or not doesn't matter. Your income is still 15. So tax rate, tax amount is same. But under optional tax regime, if I don't pay donation, if I do not pay donation, how much is my gross total income? 15. Minus donation paid 0. Net income 15. How to compute tax on this? First 2.5 lakh. First 2.5 lakh 0. Next 2.5 lakh means 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh. Next 2.5 lakh means what? 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh at 5%. Now, yeah. What is the third slab rate? See, I am opening it because you don't remember it. Okay. So, first slab is 2.5. Next slab is 2.5 to 5. That particular income is taxable at 1 rate. Beyond 5 to 10 is taxable at so and so rate. Beyond 10 it is taxable at so and so rate. Correct? So first next to 2.5. Then next, so up to this 5 lakhs is over. Correct? Then afterwards remaining 5. 5 to 10 means 5 lakh, which is taxable at 20%. Beyond 10, 5 lakhs is there, which is taxable at 30. 1.5 lakh, 1 lakh, 12,500. Now you see 2 lakh 67,000. Now you see, now which is higher, where it is higher? Under optional tax regime, higher taxes there. Correct? So, if some individual comes to you tomorrow after you clear CA, you cannot straight away tell him this is better, this is better. First you should ask him, first, you have given any donation? You have any expenses you incurred? If so, I will see where the benefit is most. Default tax regime the benefit is most, or optional tax regime benefit is most. In both ways, I should compute. And then I should tell him. Like this in exam, first question will come in income tax, 15 marks. This is simple. I only showed you tax calculation. Income computation will also be there. Income computation is based upon heads of income. So, once we understand entire income tax law as a whole law point of view, and throughout the law, all the provisions put together, one single question, a single question will be tested. One question will be tested. 15 marks question, consolidated question. Are you getting it? Where you should compute income under each head. You should compute total income. You should compute total income under default tax regime. You should compute total income under optional tax regime. You should compute tax under both. You should tell a decision which is better. That kind of problems will come. Clear? You know, they discussed the default tax regime in the basic concepts chapter itself. Technically, it's not correct. Default tax regime, you can understand the rates. Tax rates easily you can understand. How to compute, if income amount is given, tax rates is given, that easily you can understand. In order to pay, if you want to choose default tax regime, there are so many conditions, right? So many not allowed, so many exemptions, so many benefits, they won't give. What benefits they won't give? They have given so many sections. This and all you can understand only gradually. Even if I explain it now, you can't understand. They are not supposed to give like this. Are you getting it? They are not supposed to give like this. In fact, these points were there, right? Entire this points is there, right? On these, practical problems were there in next chapters. In this chapter, these items were there, right? These points were there, right? No practical problem is given in this chapter. In this chapter, default tax regime. What is it? Default tax regime. Problems were given only on tax computations. Tax computations we can do. Income is given. I will simply apply the rate and I will compute the tax. Tax computations we can do. Are you getting it? But we cannot do income computation. Income computation we cannot do in the first chapter. Income computation is linked with various chapters. Tax computation I can do. You give me income, I will compute the tax. So in the first chapter we are learning what? How to compute tax we are learning technically. In the first chapter we are learning only how to compute tax. How to compute income we will be learning in the upcoming chapters. Clear? So now let's do some random calculations. Okay. Now, by the way, there is another format called tax computation format. There is a format called tax computation format. We have arranged the content in ICA book order. Okay. So that if any student want to cross check with ICA material, for them it will be easy. Some students know if I rearrange the orders in a different way, they will immediately open, sir, this concept is not coded in ICA. Why you should tell him? It is there in so and so page. Go and see. If I give an ICA order, it will be easy. Correct? In the initial stage, you will feel order is different. But once you learn every concept, later when you read in this order, because you already know it, you don't feel any mistake in this. Getting it? Yeah. Now you see, there is a format for tax computation. There is a format for tax computation. What is the format? First, we should compute what? Basic tax. Right now, we computed 12,500. One example. Another example, 2,67,500 tax amount came. 1,12,000 tax amount came. Yes, sir, remember? This is actually what tax that is called as basic tax. That is called as what? Basic tax. Basic tax is calculated on total income of the SSC. Correct? Basic tax is calculated on total income of the SSC. Now, is that the tax you have to pay? No. There is something called surcharge. Surcharge means what? Have you used Uber, Ola? Surcharge rates will be there. Surge rate. Surge we call it as actually. Surge pricing. Suppose if at all raining, it is heavily raining. You try to book an Uber and Ola, the prices are high. That is called as surge pricing. Surge pricing. Surcharge. In tax language, it is called as what? Surcharge. What is surcharge? you are paying tax. See, why income tax is levied? Because you are living in India. You are earning income from India. You are using our country resources, and then you are living a life. So pay tax to me. Logic. What is surcharge? It's a tax on tax. It's a tax on tax. Suppose, I am getting so much income. I am paying so much tax. Since you are paying so much tax, pay tax on that. Exactly. Surcharge is again tax on tax. See, income tax, if you ask me, I understand. Since I'm earning income, okay, law of the, law of the land, okay, I have to respect it. I'm using this land and then getting income, so I have to pay tax, I'll pay tax. Surcharge means what? Since I am paying higher tax. Since I'm paying higher tax. Why I am paying higher tax? Because I'm having higher income. Why I will collect from you same way like anybody else? You are getting higher income, no? Pay extra tax. Pay extra tax. That's why slab rates you gave, no? For example, see, you gave a slab rate. Individuals, you see, up to 2.5 lakh, no, zero tax. Next to 2.5 lakh, if you are earning 5%. Next to 5 lakhs, if at all you are having income, 20%. Normal slabs. Next, beyond 10 lakh, if at all you are having income, that is actually taxable at 30%. This is a slab system. Suppose if I'm having 1 crore income, first 2.5 lakh, zero I will pay. Next to 2.5 lakh, I will pay tax at 5%. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, I will pay tax at 20%. Beyond 10 lakh, 90 lakhs income I have. The entire 90 lakh, I will pay tax at 30%. Correct? Anyhow, I'm already paying higher tax. As my income is increasing, you are also increasing tax rate, na? Yes or no? But department logic is what, after 10, everything is 30 only. Suppose a person is there who is earning 20 lakh per annum. He is paying 30% like you. You are earning 1 crore, no? You are also paying 30. How unfair, no? You are earning 1 crore, right? So, if you are having income more than 50 lakh, 50. If you are having income more than 50 lakh, surcharge is applicable. What is it? Surcharge is applicable. At what rate surcharge is applicable, Don't worry, we have a, so first, okay, before that again, let us do little bit tax computation. 1 or 2 tax computation examples we will do, then we'll discuss about surcharge, because surcharge is applicable again. In surcharge is there again. There's actually surcharge is there. Suppose if I have income more than 50 lakhs, if I have income more than 50 lakh, I will show you how much tax we are paying in this economy. It's not common in India. It's there in every country. US and all tax rates are more than us. UK and all tax rates more than us. London, Switzerland, everywhere tax rates are way higher than our income, our Indian economy. We are paying relatively lesser tax in the world. Okay. Now, suppose, surcharge rates, how you know? If I have income more than 50 lakh, but not exceeding 1 crore, surcharge rate is 10%. By the way, surcharge rate means it's a surcharge calculated on income or calculated on tax. It's calculated on basic tax. First you come basic tax rate, which is calculated on income rate on that. Suppose if your total income is more than 1 crore, but not exceeding 2 crore, then surcharge rate is 15%. Suppose if your income is more than 2 crore, but not exceeding, then the surcharge rate is, suppose if you are having income more than 5 crore, if you are having income more than 5 crore, surcharge rate is 37%. How much it is? 37. That too is now in income tax, if you see individual, basic tax computation, if you recollect, income is, let us assume some 20 lakhs is there. How do we compute directly? Do we directly pay 30% flat? This 20 we will split. This 20 we will split as per the slab rates given. Up to 2.5 lakh, 0. 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh means 2.5 lakh income I have already. 5%. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, I have 20 lakhs income. So 5 to 10 also have. 5 to 10 income also I have. 5 lakhs into 20%. Beyond 10, I have 20 lakh income. Beyond 10, how much I have? 10, 30%. Slab wise we are taxing. Surcharge is not slab wise. Surcharge is not slab wise. Suppose if I'm having 5 crore, for example, 5.1 crore I have income. For example, 5.1 crore I have income. How I will collect basic tax on this? How I will calculate basic tax? First 2.5 lakh. 0. 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh. How much is that? 2.5 lakh, which is taxable at 5 lakh to 10 lakh, which is again 5 lakh, which is taxable at beyond 10 lakh. 4.5 crore is there. 5.1 crore is the total income. Total income is how much? 5.1 crore. 5.1 means what? 5 crore 10 lakh. Beyond the 10 lakh, how much income I have? 5 crore is taxable at what rate? 30%. Now you total this. 5 crore keep aside. 5 lakh plus 2.5 plus 2.5. How much it is? 10. 10 plus 5 how much? That's it. Whatever income I am getting, no. I will split them between slabs. I will split them between slabs. Pakka tax computation is very important. 3 marks weightage on that. 3 marks weightage on tax computation problem. Tax computation. But remember, tax computation, they don't ask you separately. Sometimes they'll ask you 2 marks MCQ. That's very good. At the time, it is very good. But if at all it comes in MCQ, separately will be asked. But if it comes as part of 15 marks question, I told right. If it comes as part of 15 marks question, I told right. I will tell you very important logic here. Suppose tax computation problem came as part of 15 marks question. Your tax answer will be right. Two things are necessary. Your tax amount, ultimately what you compute, a tax amount, the answer is right. One, your tax computation method is proper. 2, total income shall be correct. Suppose you made a mistake in total income itself. Suppose you made a mistake in total income computation. Amount income itself is wrong. Tax computation method to follow is right. But tax amount liable by SS is wrong only, na? Though the process is right, though the steps for computing tax is right, your tax amount is wrong. If your tax amount is wrong, your entire answer is wrong. Total income is wrong, right? Automatically tax amount is also wrong. But you follow steps correctly, you will not get even half mark. You will not get even half mark. You may say, sir, my answer, logic is correct only, na? Okay, amounts and all wrong. Logic is correct, na? Will I get marks for logic? No. I say valuation. Practical papers for amount only marks will be given. So if amount is marks is given, if I put a right amount, but steps are wrong. The amount somehow I guess and put a right amount, but steps are wrong. Then will I get a mark? No. If steps are right but amount is wrong, you will not get a mark. If steps are wrong but amount is right, then also you will not get a mark. Steps should be right. Answer should also be right. Only then you will get a mark. Are you getting it? Favorable to ICI. Able to understand? So, tax computation steps you should be very pakka. Income computation should also be 100% you must be right. Getting it? Now, so 2 more examples I'll discuss and then we'll see. Okay. Suppose I'm having 3.5 lakh income. I'm having 3.5 lakh income. Okay. Now, how much is the tax? Just calculate and tell me. No, for your information, I will keep this basic rates, a normal tax regime you give me. You give me answer on normal tax regime. You give me answer on normal tax regime. Normal tax regime means what? Optional tax regime. You consider he is a normal citizen. What is the answer? 3.5 lakh is the income. 5,000. Suppose if he is a senior citizen, okay, normal citizen, students are saying 5,000 is the tax. Suppose senior citizen, 60 years too. You see the tax rates. Senior citizen, up to 3 to 5, 5 to 10, above 10. You see this. How much is that? 2,000. How much is the super senior citizen? 0. How they computed? 3.5 lakh is there, right? 3.5 lakh I will split as per the slab. Up to 2.5 means I have 3.5 lakh, no? Up to 2.5 also I have, right? If I have 3.5 lakh means I have 2.5 lakh, no? Up to 2.5 lakh. What is the rate? 0. Then 2.5 to 5. I don't have 5 lakhs. I have only 3.5. 2.5 to 3.5 only I should consider then. Yes or no? So 1 lakh. What is the tax rate? 5% is equal to 5,000. That's how it is computed. Suppose senior citizen, here it is not 2.5. Here it is 3 lakh 0. Then 3 to 5. Then directly it is 3 to 5. 3 to 5 means what? 2 lakhs is there. But actually my income is 3 to 5 lakh. How much income I have? 50,000. How much income I have is 50,000. So 50,000 is taxable at 5% is equal to 2,500. Senior citizen, very senior. Up to 5 lakhs I am directly exempted. Therefore, 0 amount. Able to understand. Easy or not? Suppose next, another example. 7 lakh 40,000. What is the income? 7 lakh 40,000. Okay. Now, normal citizen, senior citizen, very senior citizen. Okay. Again, 7 lakh 40, 2 minutes time, you compute and then let me know the tax. 7 lakh 40 is the total income. Normal regime only. Default tax will start again. Normal regime only. Normal tax regime. Normal tax regime. One minute. How much? Normal citizen, how much? 60,000? 60,500. Okay. Senior citizen? 58,000. So, very senior citizen? 48,000. Over. Correct? No. 48,000. How it is computed? For very senior citizen, 7.5 lakh. First 5 lakhs, 0. Next 2.4 lakh. 20% is equal to 48. Correct logic. Super senior citizen, 7.4 lakh is there, right? First 2.5, no. First 3 lakh, 0. 3 to 5, he is having more than 5. So 3 to 5 is also there for you. Correct? 2 lakhs is taxable at 5%. Beyond 5, how much is there? 7.4, which is less than 10. So 2.4 lakh is taxable at 20%. Correct? 2.4 into 20 is how much? 48,000. So 2 lakhs into 5 how much? 10,000. So total amount is 58,000. Understood or not? Here answer understood or not? Easy. Now normal citizen, how to compute this? Normal citizen 7.4 lakh, right? Up to 2.5, 0. Next to 2.5 lakh, 5%, which is equal to beyond 5 lakh, 2.4 lakh, which is taxable 48,000. So total put together 60,500. Understood. Now, under normal tax regime, can I say like this? Up to 5 lakhs. Suppose if I have whatever income I have. Suppose I have income pakka more than 5. Pakka more than how much income I have? 5. Getting it? Up to 5 lakhs, normal citizen, how much is the basic tax? How much is that? 12,500. Senior citizen, how much is the basic tax? For very senior citizen, basic tax is how much? 0. One more example. Suppose I'm having income 14 lakh. I'm having income 14 lakh. Compute. Normal citizen, senior citizen, super senior citizen. For all of them, compute. For all of them, compute. My answer is over. Simple logic. I'll tell you. No. Understood how many have got the right answers? Okay. Rest all of you? No, couldn't compute. Huh? Fine. Very simple. How we computed here? If this example was understood, you can understand any tax example. Okay. Any basic tax calculation example. Now, 14 lakhs is there, right? So, normal citizen. This 14 lakhs I have to split into 3 slabs. First 2.5 lakh, 0. Next 5 lakh to, 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh. How much income is there? 2.5, which is taxable at 5% is equal to 12,500. After 5 to 10 lakh slab, how much income he is having? 5 lakh, which is taxable at 20%, which is 1 lakh. Yes or no? Beyond the 10 lakhs, yes, 4 lakh, which is taxable at 30%. So how much is the tax? 1 lakh 20,000. So total 2 lakh 32,500. Correct? Now senior citizen. One small change it will be there. What? Instead of 2.5 it is 3. 3. Yes or no? So balance is 2 lakhs only. First 3 lakhs is exempt. No. 3 to 5 means how much? 2. 2 lakhs into 5% means how much? Or else I will not do 10,000. But rest of the amount is same, right? Correct? How much is the 2 lakh? 30,000. For super senior citizen, this segment itself will not be there. Correct? This amount itself will not be there. Only these two, 2.2 lakh. Simple. Suppose if I have income beyond 10 lakhs, no. Up to 10 lakhs. Yes, suppose if the income is exactly 10 lakhs. For normal citizen, the tax amount is 1,12,500. Agreed? For senior citizen, 1,10,000. For super senior citizen or very senior citizen, the tax amount is, if at all income is up to 10 lakh, this is fixed. Beyond 10 lakh, whatever is there, 30% I can apply. So tomorrow in exam, if at all we are having some question, 40 lakhs is there. Up to, is a normal citizen, we'll see. Normal citizen, up to 10 lakh, anyhow, 1,12,500. Plus 30 lakh into 30%. Senior citizen, up to 10 lakh, it is anyhow 1,10,000. Plus 30 lakh into 30%. That's how I apply. Up to 5 lakhs, how much is tax? Up to 5 lakh, 12,500, 10,000, 0. Suppose if the income is less than 10, total income is less than 10, but beyond 5. What I will do, normal citizen, 12,500 plus. How much is there between 5 to 10? I will take. That amount into 20% I will apply. Answer. Understood the easy computation? When you pay attention, you will get these logics. Clear? All of you? One more? Now, default tax regime also we will complete and then go. Only tax computation logics. Only tax computation logic. Correct? Only tax computation logic. So, default tax regime. Okay? 4,50,000. First example. Normal citizen, senior citizen, super senior citizen. For all of them, you have to compute. And by the way, for your information, default tax regime rates are also given here. Rates are also given here. For normal citizen, what about senior citizen? In case of default tax regime, no categorization. Yes or no? Default tax regime, how we split? First 3 lakhs, 0. Yes or no? Then 3 to 7. But I have only 1.5 lakh, which is 5% is equal to 7,500. Over. Suppose my income is 7,60,000. Suppose my income is 7,60,000. 7,60,000. 760. Under default tax regime, how much is the tax? How much is it? Up to 3 lakh 0. Correct? 3 to 7. 4 lakh into 5% is equal to 20,000. Beyond 7 lakh to 10 lakh. But I have only 60,000. Into 10% is equal to 6,000, which is 26,000, which is actually 26,000. Easy. Suppose I have income 10 lakh 50,000. I have income how much? 10 lakh 50. How much is the tax? 10 lakh 50,000 is the day total income. default tax regime, 10,50,000. How much is the income? Ten lakh 50, 57. Answer is 57,500. 57,500 is the answer. Now, okay, 1050 is there, right? So how do we compute first 3 lakh? 0. 3 to 7 lakhs. I have entire 3 to 7 I have income. So 4 lakh into 5% is equal to 20,000. Now 7 to 10.5. No. 7 to 10 slab is there. 3 lakhs is there, which is 10% is equal to 30,000. Then beyond 10, 10 to 12 lakh is 1 slab. 10 to 12 lakh is 1 slab. That is taxable 15%. But I have only 50,000. 50,000 at 15% is equal to 7,500. So 57,500. How many of you have got the right answer? Fantastic. Rest of your speed has to be increased. Okay. One more example. 12 lakh 50,000. The income is how much? 12 lakh 50,000. 12 lakh 50. 1250. 12 lakh 50,000. 12 lakh 50,000. How much is this? 92,000. 90. 90,000 people are saying. So, how to compute tax on this? On 3 lakhs, 0. 3 to 7, 4 lakh, 5%. 10 to, 7 to 10, 3 lakh, 10 percentage. 10 to 12, 2 lakh, 15 percentage. 12 to 15. But I have only 50,000. How much it is? 20 percentage is equal to 10,000 is equal to 30,000 is equal to 30,000 is equal to 20,000. How much it is? 90,000. Perfect. Correct? Then 15 lakh 50,000. Then 15 lakh 50,000. 15 lakh 50,000. How much is that? How much is that? 90, 30, 120 plus 20, 140, 1 lakh 55,000. Correct? 1 lakh 55,000. How I split it? 15 lakh 50. First 3 lakhs as per the slab 0. Then 3 to 7 lakhs, how much income is there? 4 lakhs. 7 to 10 lakh, how much income is there? 3 lakh. 10 to 12 lakh, how much income is there? 2 lakh. 12 to 15 lakh, how much income is there? 3. Beyond 15, I have only 50 extra. So 50. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Clear all of you? Easy. So homework I'll give you. Okay. You just do this. Solve it. So I will give you optional tax regime. Okay. Optional tax regime means all 3 citizens you have to calculate the tax. Able to understand? Okay. 2,70,000 total income. Okay. Total income 2,70,000. Another total income 3,40,000. Another total income 4,80,000. Another total income 5,10,000. Another income 5,90,000. Okay. Another income 7,50,000. 7,30,000 you keep. 7,30,000 you keep. 7,30,000. Another income 8,90,000. Another income 9,45,000. Another income 12 lakhs. Another income 50 lakh. Subcharge general you ignore. We have not yet discussed. Only basic tax. Okay. Then default tax regime. to 7, 7 to 10, 10 to 12. Okay, add one more year itself. Okay, 11,50,000 also you add. Compute under OTR and DDR. One more amount also I'll give. One more amount also I'll give. 19,50,000. Okay, that's it. How many I have given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 amounts I gave. You have to compute tax under optional tax regime for 3 citizens under default tax regime. Literally speaking, 24 problems you have to solve. Easy. It's pretty easy. So simple. Okay, you have to do it, practice. Okay, among your friends you discuss. If answer is matching for all of you, it's right answer. Generally. Correct? Huh? All of you? And I will give you, just some of you please note it down. In the next session, I will see whether your answers are correct or not. Getting it? That's it. I will also calculate this. I will also calculate on this. Simple. Huh? Normal tax regime, default tax regime, I will calculate. Randomly, I will calculate. Fine. So, we'll wind up. Until now, you understood. Easy to learn. I'm telling you, you will love the subject income tax. It will be more, it will be your favorite subject. Okay. In such we will be discussing. That's it. Okay. Carry on.